Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. I'm Brian Anderson, here with Grant Hill and Stan Van Gundy. And with us on the sidelines, we've got Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Hayes. Nico Melli is out there with Boban Marjanovic. And it's Peperovic in a two-guard. Here's Melli. Back to Marjanovic. Shoots from the elbow. That shot off. It's stolen away. Here's Melli. And the three off target. No good on the three. Now here's Hayes, guarded closely. It's good.
Setting an aggressive tone early, challenging the heart of that defense.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Here's Balmaro. And that one is stuffed right through.
And B.A., he takes his rebounding so seriously.
This dude is such a grinder. His teammates appreciate the effort. Just goes all out on the glass.
Well, he gets paid to be a factor on the glass. That's a nice dunk to finish it off.
Yep, count it.
Well, the players will say, mouse in the house. Great job to use his size to expose the smaller defender inside.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. About 2 minutes gone by in the first quarter. Pass to Baldwin. 6 to shoot. The layup off target. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2 to start this one.
Just great work cashing in on the fast break.
Well, converting on those transition opportunities is just so important.
Here's Baldwin. Takes the three. Nails it from 3.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
Team foul.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
To the left side wing. Here's Melli, down low. Here's Peperovic. Off the mark there with a 3. Pass to Balmaro. Blocked! And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. On defense, the visiting team. They trail by 1. Unloads. Boy, clanks that one off the back iron and it falls. And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in this first quarter. Here's Marjanovic. Pass to Melli. Shoots. Marjanovic inside. And the layup is good off the glass. Marjanovic got his second basket of the night.
And this is right in his wheelhouse, hitting the boards and cashing in.
Well, this is what he's known for. attacking the glass and getting some second chance points.
Here's Baldwin. Hayes, the pass to Marjanovic. 58 seconds left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. And it's Mirotic with the rebound.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Balmaro driving to the basket. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. Here's Mirotic. Still without a bucket. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
Well, give credit to the screener there. That's how you help free up your teammates.
Here's Baldwin. He's looking good. 2 buckets in 3 attempts.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Launches it. It's Hayes with the rebound. And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Up 1. Let's take a quick break, and then it's on to the second. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in this second quarter. And from what we've seen here from the home team, what's your take so far?
Well, a big differentiator was their ability to generate offense by pounding the glass.
Yeah, look, and whether it's a point-blank putback or a kick out for an open 3, offensive rebounds usually generate quality shots.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Misses the 3.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
On Thursday, then on Friday.
The road is never the highlight of your schedule for any team. But for these guys, it is a chance to go out there, test themselves, and see how well they gel outside of home court. It could be a very valuable experience.
To the paint. Here's McCormick. And the bucket is good. And the lead just keeps changing hands.
5 times already, and we still haven't gotten out of the first half.
Intercepted. Banked it in off the glass.
Textbook pass to exploit the fast break. Gets it out ahead for the easy bucket.
Here he goes. He's off on the layup. And just about a minute and a half has passed here in the second quarter. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
Away team ball.
And there's the screen. And it falls. 2 for 3 from the field so far.
When they get their opportunity to punch it inside, they don't hesitate.
From the arc. Knocks down the triple. He's got 5.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
He shoots a 3. McCormick with a rebound. Here they come with numbers in transition. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Fires from deep. The shot won't fall. Down low. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
To the inside, and that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Well, he sends it inside where they can get a high percentage look. That's just great basketball.
Oh, from deep. McCormick with the rebound. There's the drive. Off with the layup. 1:46 left in the half. Pass to Guduric. Tries a 10-footer. Five on the clock. The three-pointer off the mark. And the layup is good.
Pulling no punches, attacking the heart of that defense.
We've got 1:08 left to play in the second quarter. Out of bounds. "59 seconds left to play in the first half." Out to the right wing. To the middle. Shot clock at 5. And they turn it over. Shot clock violation as the buzzer sounds. We've got 33 seconds left in the second quarter. Jacks up a 3. Sinks his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
"12 seconds left in the second period. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And that's not gonna go. Misses at the buzzer. And we've reached halftime in this one. Up 9. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
Welcome, everybody.
We expect them to come out and play well. They put on their work clothes. They're taking care of things. That's what good teams do.
This good. All right, now, still early on, but glad you could join us.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast thus far. We're halfway through the game. Baldwin inside. And they're on the break. They've got Nico Melli. He's out there with Hayes. And it's Baldwin in at the 1 spot. Pass to Balmaro. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Well, a good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
Yeah, I'd consider calling timeout right away after that one. The defense has to be better there.
We've got Boban Marjanovic. Hayes is out there with Nico Melli. And it's Baldwin in at point guard.
And I think that play tells you everything you need to know. They're simply playing at a higher level, getting a steal and turning it into quick points.
He's defended by Hayes. Tries it from the top of the key. No good, off the front rim.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Pass to Melli. Just 5 to shoot. Drives to the hoop. That one falls. Melli's got his first points of the game. Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. And that one is hammered home.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
Hayes, the pass to Melli. Back to Hayes. Takes a 3. The shot misses. Hayes has gone 1 of 3 shooting so far. Lays it up and banks it in. He has 6.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by in the third quarter. Baldwin's shot is off.
1 for 4 in the second half. Just trying to get into a rhythm.
From deep three-point range, it's hauled in by Marjanovic.
He's giving his all, but you can't force yourself back on track.
Back to Hayes. Just 4 to shoot. Fires the 3. Second shot opportunity. Baldwin's shot is good. Baldwin's got 7.
Yeah, that's a nice hustle play, but boy, it drives a coach crazy to concede second chance points.
Off target from outside.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
Back to Marjanovic. No good with a layup. Marjanovic's gone 2 of 5 tonight. Here's Mirotic. And he jams it home with authority.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back.
Just in this quarter, he's turned it over 3 times. Not sure what's going on with him.
And we've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You know, that was an excellent play right there. Using his strength to power through contact.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. We've got 1:13 left in the third quarter. Pass to Baldwin. Driving in. Here's Marjanovic. Let's go with a 3. And it's Mirotic with the rebound. Marjanovic's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. Pushing it up now. And stolen by Hayes. Fast break. Here we go. Lets it fly. Marjanovic can't hit.
And they need his offense right now, but his shot is just not falling.
Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now. Well, he's playing great tonight, but not quite well enough to carry the entire team. They need to find some other contributors. Well, you can see why he's a go-to guy for them. They trust in his ability to shoulder the offensive load.
Substitution on the court.
Unable to get the ball in bounds, and they got called for a 5-second violation.
Well, keeping control of the ball must have been an emphasis for them. Very clean game so far.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it in bounds in time.
This quarter, they've already given up 6 points off turnovers.
drops in the three. 12 points for him.
And since the halftime break, their offense has just been on another level.
Well, the coaching staff made some adjustments for the second half, and they've come out with focus and execution.
And as we conclude the third, pretty much. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist to the game.
And from the two-guard spot, an unselfish play like this sets a fantastic tone.
Yeah, well, he looked like a pass-first point guard on this assist. Incredible instinct to feel the play develop and set up the score.
Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. Then it's Boban Marjanovic, and it's Baberovic in at the two. Melli, the pass to Marjanovic. Hey, Graham, when you look at the mentality of today's players, what are the differences from back in your day?
Well, B.A., through the wonders of technology, players interacting more directly with their fans and telling their own stories. Also, there's a brotherhood. It's a bit more brotherly, with players on different teams more friendly than in days past. And, you know, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
Here's Baldwin. McCormick with a rebound.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
Deflects the pass. Lots of room. And that one's good.
And they just continue to sharpen their offense here in the second half.
We look at all the turnovers. Boy, what a way to drive your coach crazy.
Yeah, your game plan means nothing if your players can't execute.
Marjanovic can't hit. Marjanovic gone 3 of 9 shooting. He drops it from range.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
From deep three-point land. No luck on that one.
I know that he has the ability and confidence to sink that shot, but better luck next time, maybe.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
There's the three. It's hauled in by Baberovic.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Here's Baldwin. Good. 5 for 9 shooting so far.
Well, with his skill and confidence with the ball, if you put him in position, he'll reward you.
Well, Grant, in terms of scheduling, you see any way to eliminate back-to-backs?
You know, I'm not a big fan of eliminating back-to-backs, but to answer your question, B.A., you have two choices. Either fewer regular season games or extend the season by a few weeks. I don't think either one of those options is in our future.
Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth. The shot by Melli, no good.
Boban Marjanovic. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Melli's gotten just one of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
With the drive to the inside. Kept alive. And he slams it in one-handed.
Making the most of the second chance opportunity.
Hey, the hustle is real, and the hustle is rewarded. Baldwin, the pass to Marjanovic. Down low. It's stolen. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by now. Pass to McCormick. Out to the wing. Clock at 6. No good with the triple.
He had more than enough room to hit that, just couldn't make it happen.
Here's Marjanovic. There's the screen. Right wing. Now Hayes. Here's Melli. And he hits the jump shot.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
He shoots. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim.
Well, we've all had those as coaches. That's a no, 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 yes type of shot.
Here's Baberovic, and the layup falls.
One positive takeaway, at least they're finally showing signs of life out there.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
Cuts off the pass. He takes it in. Melli gets the bucket.
Assistant, Boban Marjanovic.
Offline with a three. Here's Melli. Second chance shot. Can't get it to fall. And so they get the victory here at home, showing that they're the far superior team. They win it going away.
I'll tell you what, give it up for their fans. They love to watch this team dominate. You best believe they're...
Welcome to 2K Sports. We have the NBA coming up. Great to have you with us. Alongside Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And on the sidelines, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got Hernan Gomez. Sarr out there with Parker, and it's Satoransky in at the point. Pass to Sarr. Now here's Satoransky. He's guarded closely. Good on the bucket.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game, getting the ball inside early.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Well, I was able to catch up with the head coach of the home team. Well, of course, they're concerned about the dynamic Ja Morant. Coach told me the plan is simple. Make things as hard as they can on Ja on both ends of the floor. Make him work on defense, and by crunch time, maybe we can tire him just a little bit. Back to you guys.
Thanks, David. Miritich, a screen on Satoransky. Can't get it to go. He's taken 2 and missed 2. Parker passes to Sarr. Parker inside. And finished off by Parker.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Mirotic, the screen. Looking to end the run, and that's good for 2.
And that ends the struggle. You could feel the tensions in the building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away, and it finally falls for you.
Now, here's Satoransky. Count it. Satoransky's got his second basket of the night.
And early on, they look great. They've made all 4 of their shots to start this game.
Over to the wing. Mirotic, a screen on Parker. Shields, and he's good on the 3-ball. He has 5.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Are you kidding? 5 for 5, and they just got started.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. To the inside. And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by Parker. Sarr's got his second basket. Here's Balmora. Drills the 3-pointer.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little bit.
They're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
Back to Satoransky. Here's Sarr. That 3 off the mark. 1:10 left to play here in the first. To the wing right side. Here's Balmora. They get it back. Takes a 3. Satoransky grabs the miss.
I'll tell you, they're trying to cut into this lead, but he has not hit one this period.
Parker outside. 44 seconds left in the first quarter of the game.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Pass to Balmora. Another shot. And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Balmora's got 5. Here's Sarr. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
And that's 10 straight points in the paint. The defense, nowhere to be found.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Second team foul.
Right side, Mirotic. Pulls it up. The second chance effort, and it's good on the layup.
Boy, his hard work on the offensive glass, earning an additional opportunity.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. Up by 5. And the second quarter will get underway just after this short break. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
I'll tell you, that willingness to make the extra pass, that is what creates good looks. It also forces the defense to scramble.
They've got Anderson, and it's Nunez in at the 4. Brooks outside. Just 5 on the clock. Fires away from way outside. And that one is off. Here's Laprovitola. Misses the 3.
Not quite enough defense. That time around, just lucky he was off.
They've got Anderson. And it's Vesely in at the 5. And it's in there.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that one.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. And the layup falls.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Picked his pocket. Pass to Anderson. Stolen. A minute and a half gone here in the second quarter. And here they come. No good on the triple. Deflects the pass, and the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
The tray. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Here's Nunez, and that one good.
Well, there's an aggressive mentality in play. Work in close, find a way to score.
And here is Brooks. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Personal foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Brooks.
Just solid. Really one of the very best there is at the free throw line.
And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. Pass to Laprovitola. Here's Anderson. Bucket is good. Anderson's got his first bucket of the night.
How about the timing? Can be the difference between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Here's the 3. Rebound by Vesely. 3 minutes of action so far in the second quarter. Nunez can't hit. Nunez has gone 1 of 3 from the field here. His 3-pointers off the mark. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Vesely. Pass to Nunez. Out left to the wing. Laprovitola. The 3-pointer off the mark. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Brooks, left side. No one near him. And it's in after a nice bounce off the right side. He has 5.
Well, that's a bad shot until it goes through the net.
Here's Laprovitola. Off target from outside.
Credit the defense right there. They have not allowed this guy to get going at all in this period. That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Now Vesely. Still scoreless. And a slam dunk by Vesely.
Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Here's Gozer. This one for three. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got 4 rebounds in this game. Nunez passes to Laprovitola. Anderson right side. To the right side. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good.
Anderson, 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. Brooks outside. The rebound by Anderson.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Laprovitola, no good. And that'll do it for the first half of competitive game so far. They're up by 3. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
That'll do it for our show tonight.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Satoransky with it. Takes the 3. Hits it from three-point range. Satoransky's got 7.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
We've got Satoransky. Saw out there with Hernan Gomez. Then there's Parker.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Out to the right wing. Parker kicks to Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. They swipe it. They've got Saar. He's out there with Hernan Gomez. Parker out there with Satoransky. Offline with his 3. Drives to the hoop. Three-pointer. Buries the long-range jumper. He has 6.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
Satoransky covering. Mirotic, a screen on Satoransky. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Well, instead of forcing it all the way to the cup, he just goes with that little teardrop.
Right around a minute and a half played here in the third quarter. To the paint, here's Hernan Gomez, and finished off by Hernan Gomez.
Oh, with determination, key characteristic when you watch Willie play.
And he banks in the layup.
Boy, everyone is getting to their spots and then capitalizing. 3 for 4 in the quarter, beautiful.
Puts up a 3. The shot, no good.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Down low, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. And the shot goes down.
80% shooting to start the third, 4 for 5.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Mirotic, a screen on Satoransky. Man, showing some terrific range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now, here's Satoransky. He has 7 and stolen by Mirotic. Driving inside. Offensive rebound for the lead. Connects from three-point range. He's got 11.
After being held scoreless in the first, he's turning it on here in the second.
The 3. A shot, no good. Here's Balmaro, and he converts the layup. Balmaro's got 5 points in the quarter.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Yep, that one goes.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
They set the pick. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And with their hot shooting here in the second half, their field goal percentage over 50% now for the game.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Mirotic, count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed assist.
And not quite as aggressive from outside as they were in the first half, sticking to the high percentage shots, playing smart with the lead.
Well, not exactly one of those big, burly power forwards, right? He depends on his leaping ability more than those guys, and it serves him just fine.
Here's Balmaro. 12 points for him. Inside, and he dunks it down.
Well, what he lacks in size for a typical center, he makes up for with all that athleticism. Boy, can he elevate.
Sar with it. Mirotic is there. Plays it up and banks it in. Sar's got 8 points.
And guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
There's the drive, and that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the... And here we go with the coach's challenge. Not surprised in a competitive game like this.
Some of the more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's called about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And we've reached the end of the third quarter. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. They've got Anderson, and it's Lapro Vitola in at the 1 spot. Here's Brooks, and he drops it in from the low post.
And what a half for this offense. If they can stay this high, a great chance to extend this lead.
And Anderson slams it in.
And you can feel the excitement in the building. Both of these teams pouring it on.
There's been a bit of a flurry here late, and this game may come down to which side gets a stop or two.
Brooks outside. Driving in. For the 3. Rebound by Vesely. Vesely's got his 5th rebound in this one. And here's Anderson for 3. And it goes out of bounds following the shot.
Away team ball.
On Monday and then on Friday. About a minute played here in the fourth quarter. Here's Laprovitola. Brooks covering. Clock at 6. Anderson passes to Nunez to tie it up. The shot, no good. Brooks outside. Here's McCormick. He takes it in. A 3-ball. They grab their own miss.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Laprovitola. Pass to Nunez. It's good. This game is all even.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. To take the lead. And no good that time. Here's Cozier. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Brooks, left side. Here's McCormick. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
That's the idea. You work the ball into that area. It's a sweet spot.
And Anderson slams it in.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. With the drive. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
Taking 2 shots. The plays on the video review under NBA rules.
Closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replay, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, well, during the break, I was able to catch the message the visiting team coach gave to his team. He told them this is what it's all about, proving we're the better team in the tough situation. But you got to want it. Coach told his guys they have what it takes to win here. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. He hits one and misses one, each at the line.
Yeah, that's a big miss right there. Now only a 1-point lead.
Outside Mirotic. There's the 3. Rebound by Parker.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
To take the lead, and he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And they have scraped and clawed to get back into this thing, just chipping away little by little, and finally now taking the lead.
Yeah, big play on the front end to finish, despite getting hacked there, and big on the back end to hit the free throw.
And that one is good.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Boy, when it's this close, you try not to give up these kinds of buckets. Boy, you got to do better defensively.
Pass to Song. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 and here we go. A coach's challenge has been initiated. We'll have to now review the personal foul in question.
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Good on the first, and that gives them the lead. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. Here's Gozier. Satoransky covering. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And this crowd ecstatic. They are pumped up.
And what a huge shot. You talk about an excited arena.
From deep. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Here's Gozier, covered by Parker. And there's the drive. Outside for Mirotic. Pass to Balmora. Back to Mirotic. Satoransky covering. Oh, wow, a huge basket to tie the game.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
Had a foul to give there, but you'd rather not have it cost your team points.
He sinks the clutch free throw. Can't knock it down, and they really needed that one. Here's Hernan Gomez. Good!
You love the tough-minded individual play. Willie unafraid to take his shot as this game heats up.
Money! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within one.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Right wing. Parker finds Hernan Gomez. And they need to stop the clock, so there's a foul.
Had to foul, and on that occasion to stop the clock. That's the enemy in this situation.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Taking 2 shots.
So he gets them both, and it's a 3-point game.
Well, those are essential free throws to make a 3-point lead. It's going to take something from long range now to tie this game.
Turning here to our analysts, what factors, guys, come to your mind?
And it's do or die time. They need a bucket here to stay alive.
And it's either got to be a three-pointer or score quickly and take the foul.
A 3 and nothing but a 3 will do here.
You've got to keep your composure and execute to get a quality look from 3.
And so the road team gets the W in this one. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a
Everyone, we have some exciting NBA action coming up. And this is Brian Anderson, along with Grant Hill and Brent Barry. Allie LaForce, our reporter tonight. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. Jamezi Metu out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Satoransky in at point guard.
First team foul.
So it's the home team now. Baldwin, the pass to Melly. That one no good. Pass to Parker. Man, Parker throws it down.
Gotta love the effort there. An undersized four who can really make things happen with that leaping ability.
The shot by Melly, no good. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Marjanovic. That three's off the mark. Parker outside. They get the rebound. Metu. Parker outside. Pass to Satoransky. Now here's Hernan Gomez. 6 to shoot. There's the triple. It's hauled in by Babarovic.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
First quarter and about a minute and a half in. Here's Marjanovic. No good on the triple. Pass to Satoransky. Beyond the arc. And there's the turnover. Pass goes out of bounds.
That's tough because that one's preventable. The defense has nothing to do at all with that turnover.
Over to the left wing. Here's Baldwin. And about 2 minutes into the first quarter here.
Away team ball.
From deep three-point land. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one.
Would you say testing the limits of his range there?
Well, I thought they played smart, and then all of a sudden it was maybe a little too flashy there, and that's unfortunate.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Baberovic. Here's Melli. Misses off the right iron.
Oh, can't punish the defense for leaving him open that time. That's a frustrating miss for a really steady jump shooter.
Great positioning on the putback.
Well, beating everybody to the ball, Willie doesn't always get his number called, so he's got to put in the extra work and find these efforts in the offensive glass.
Baldwin's shot is good.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Hernan Gomez, the pass to Parker. Count the basket.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Marjanovic to the paint. From the left block. And it's good. 2 points. A minute 35 left to play in the first quarter. The 3 ball. Here's Metu. And stolen by Hayes. In transition. Baberovic can't get it to go.
And it was a great chance to finish on the break, and he flubs it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Here's the break.
Away team foul. Jamezi Metu. First personal foul. Second team foul.
Screen by Marjanovic. High arcing shot, and Baberovic gets it to go.
Easy look when the defender isn't fighting over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Shot's good by Satoransky.
Always fun to look at. Not tremendously efficient, but the floater, boy, those sure are pretty.
Here's Marjanovic. Misses in close.
It hasn't been his best quarter. I mean, he's trying to shoot himself out of the slump.
Here's Parker. Using his post moves to get the 2 points. Parker's got 6 points. Parker's gone 3 of 4 here from the field. And we've got 28 seconds left in the first quarter. Screen by Marjanovic. Here's Baldwin. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Metu, pass to Parker. Back to Metu. Kicks it out to Parker. And Parker throws it down.
Defensive.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. 7 seconds left in the first. Here's Baldwin. Shoots over Satoransky. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Up 6. Stay with us now as we get set to bring you quarter number. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter of action so far. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Yeah, that worked wonders for them in the quarter. We'll see what kind of adjustments get made.
Anderson covers. 5 to shoot. And no good. His first shot of the night, missing. Here's Vesely.
They've done a lot of good things today, but one area they need to improve is their ball security. And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
So it's the home team now, trailing by 8. Pass to Guduric. And we're now about a minute into this second quarter of play. No good from the wing. Here's Vesely. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Anderson covers. Count that bucket.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Second quarter, a little over a minute and a half in. Guduric with the bucket. The visitors with the ball. They lead by 4. Here's Vesely. Ooh, powered down with both hands.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. To the wing, right side. Outside, Anderson. Can't connect from short range. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
That free throw, no good.
2 shots.
And the second free throw is good. The baseline J. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. To the middle. Here's Guduric. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. He's getting his first free throw attempts of the night now. First free throw is good. And that's good as he hits both shots.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Here's Vesely. Sinks that one from the post.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Pass to Birch. And it's going to be a 3-second call. And about 3 minutes played now in the second quarter. Here's Vesely.
Get there. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
And he makes it on the layup. He has 6.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
To the paint. The jump hook and the basket by Birch.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, if you let him shoot freely, you're going to give up a lot of trays.
1:27 left in the first half. Here's Guduric. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
And force feeding the ball inside. I mean, no reason to go away from what's working.
Anderson passes to Fall.
Home team foul. Olsen. First personal foul. First team foul.
And 1:01 left to play in the second quarter. For three, fires in the triple.
Backing up that last three with another three. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks. And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
Second personal foul. Third team foul.
And he makes the first.
Well, his body control is phenomenal, and his ability to get to the line has always been impressive. That's a huge part of his game.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Vesely. And he's going to the line for two. The official saw contact while he was going up.
Second team foul.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
It's his first trip to the line.
Vesely. 2 shots.
He hits the second from the line. So it's the home team now. 9-point game. Birch, high post. Over Anderson. And it's Birch missing. Oh, they pick off the pass. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Three-pointer. That one's off. He's 0 for 3 now.
Yeah, just hold for the last shot. Don't give them another possession at all.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game.
And he makes it.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Stolen by Anderson. And so we wrap up the first half. Up 11. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
32.
It's going to tip off at 7 p.m. Eastern Time.
It's one to watch, kind of a heavyweight matchup.
That's my favorite.
And looking now at that first half, anything that could have gone wrong did go wrong for the home team. And that's it for half.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. We've got Boban Marjanovic. Nico Melli is out there with Hayes. And it's Baberovic in at the 2. Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chemezi Metu. And it's Parker in at the 3. Marjanovic on 1 of 5 from the field. Hits the trifecta. He's got 5.
And the defense is really allowing them too much room on the perimeter.
Pass to Baldwin. Here's Melli from outside the arc. Satoransky pulls it in.
They've shown the power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational.
Off target with the 3.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Taken away. And they're on the run. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. 4-3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Here's Baberovic. And a nice finish on the layup. Baberovic has got his second basket of the game.
A great move. I mean, the defense has no response.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Hernan Gomez sets a screen. Parker passes to Hernan Gomez. Goes back up. Satoransky outside. Uses the glass on the layup.
What a performance on the offensive end. He's making the defenders pay right now for all of the mistakes they're making.
Here's Melli. Yet to see a basket. Three-pointer off the mark.
The third quarter has not started well, just 1 of 4.
And that one falls. His 5th basket in 7 tries.
And what's working here? Each guy is willing to make the next pass.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
Here's Marjanovic. And Metu pulls it down. Metu's got 4 rebounds now.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Here's Baberovic. Second chance effort. The offensive rebound. Hayes, the pass to Melli. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there. Couldn't get it to go.
Well, both him and the team seem to be off their game right now, and the frustration is clearly mounting as the clock is winding down.
Parker against Hayes. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Parker.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Real close, and I'm sure next time you might time that a little bit better and get a hand on it.
Melli, the pass to Hayes. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Melli. A shot to stop the run.
A bit shocking that he has not registered 1 made field goal in the quarter, guys.
Satoransky right side. Fires the 3. Offensive rebound. Here's Metu. Back to Hernan Gomez. Another shot. It's good. Off the glass.
He means business. Unlikely to be a comeback on his watch.
Well, he's grabbed a tee and a blanket because he's putting this one to bed.
Hayes with a screen. Melli, the pass to Hayes. Fires for 3. Nails it from 3.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Parker, no good.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Baldwin's shot is good. Baldwin's got 7 points in the game.
Now, what a great option he gives them on every possession.
Here's Satoransky. Off target from 3-point range.
It's tough to get open in this league, and when you do, it hurts not to capitalize.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Hayes for 3, and no good. Here's Parker. Count that one. He's now 5 for 8.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Personal foul, first team foul. At the line for
And he knocks down the first one.
Hayes, taking 2 shots.
So 1 for 2 that time at the stripe. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And 3 quarters of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Delivering. And as we head into the 4th, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. Pass to Guduric. The importance of getting your second NBA contract is something players often cite. Brent, did you feel that way?
No doubt about it, BA. I mean, it's a stamp of approval that you belong at this level. Of course, it gives you a lot of security for what you want to do for your family and for yourself. But man, that's acknowledgement that all that hard work has paid off.
There's a screen by Birch. Out left to the wing. Hey, from beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Fall. Fall's got 4 rebounds now. Tipped. Now here's Birch. He's closely guarded.
Away team foul.
On Wednesday, and then Friday.
Third personal foul, first team foul. At the line for 2, Colson.
And he can't get the first one. And the second free throw is good. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Here's Anderson. And finished off by Anderson.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. It's hauled in by Fall. Got it. Good job in the low post.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. They set the screen. Just 5 on the clock. Well, there's the shot clock violation. So they'll turn it over. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Can't get it to fall. Puts up a 3. Sinks it from distance.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Can they get it? And he can't get that one.
He loved to make them pay for giving up that wide open jumper, just unable to do so.
When you're casual with the ball, it can come back to bite you.
Yeah, B.A. Playing loose can help you and hurt you. They really need to tighten it up.
Pass to Gudarich. And a miss there on the triple.
And he just hasn't been able to get it going this period.
No, I haven't seen him in comfortable spots, or at least spots we've seen in this offensive set that are allowing him to settle in.
There's a screen. Hey, puts up a 3. He can't hit that time. And there's 1:38 left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Count it.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
So many players in the league have their own podcast. Would you have had one during your career, Brent?
I think so, B.A. I think it would have been a lot of fun. I mean, how cool is it to connect to your favorite players or hear stories from guys as the season is going along, than to have these guys available in your earbuds all day, every day.
No good on the quick 3.
I have no clue why he pulled up from there. At this point in the game, it just doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, well, the bloopers, right?
1:02 left in the fourth quarter here. To the left wing. Kept alive. Ooh, poked away. The 3. It doesn't go for him. Outside, Anderson. And he lays it up and in.
Well, any possession that ends in a shot from that range after good player and ball movement, that's a good one.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Birch. Lets the 3 fly. Anderson pulls it down. And so the road team gets the W in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident.
It's time for the NBA, live on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, and with us from the sidelines tonight, David Aldridge. It'll be the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
And slams it home and gets some camera time on the end of it.
He did. He spent a while up on that rim, didn't he? There's a screen by Marjanovic. Baldwin the pass to Marjanovic. Lets it go from deep. Goes back up, and it's blocked. Here's Bomar. Guarded by Marjanovic.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
And that's his MO. Be physical, get in position for the putback, and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
There's the triple. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
A cold start for them. 3 shots, 3 misses. Good thing it's early.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. 2 open that time, made it look too easy.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And Hayes kicks to Marjanovic. Pass to Melli. Here's Biberovic. Now Marjanovic to stop the run. And stolen by Mirotic. And here's the break. A rebound by Marjanovic.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
To the middle. Melli passes to Marjanovic. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal foul.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
And he's good on the second. We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. And he goes in for the dunk.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Baldwin, and he makes good on the layup.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Shields, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Fast break. Here we go. Pushing it up. Oh, my goodness, the slam. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
When you find yourself up double digits in the first quarter, you know you're doing something right.
They were ready to roll right through the tip. There was no warm-up period. There was only, let's do this.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Here's Bomar. Down low. Powers down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
just playing with poise and confidence, and they continue to put points on the board.
And it's because they're not playing in a rush. They're just letting their shots come naturally within the flow of the offense.
Here's Biberovic. Baldwin looking for the opening. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Hayes. Unloads from 13. Mirotic grabs the miss. And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, here's Balmora. Guarded by Marjanovic. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's intercepted. 4-on-3 break. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Pass to Biberovic. It's good.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Out to the right wing. Shields covered by Hayes. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. He's got 7.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
Pass to Melli. Over to the wing. Here's Biberovic. Off target with his 3. Shields. And the 3 off target. Here's Baldwin. He has 5. And it's off from 3-point range. So as we end the first quarter, already a double-digit ball game. Up by 11. And we'll get the... And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And looking at what we've seen so far, guys, from the visiting team, what do you think?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Making it as difficult as possible for the offense to find clean looks. Great stuff.
Gutteridge, the pass to Colson. 6 to shoot. Lets it go with the 3. A nice shot by Gutteridge.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
Brooks feeling it out a bit. On Saturday and then on Tuesday.
And, you know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
Gutteridge, the pass to Birch. Here's Colson. Brooks covering, lays it up off the glass.
A tough start scoring the basketball, but they're starting to turn it around now.
Here's Quizair. It's deflected. Now, here's Birch. He's tightly guarded. And it's blocked. From outside the arc. No good from outside.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Out to the right wing. There's a screen. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
When a pick like that is questionable and creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter, and they recover it. Launches it. The rebound by Colson.
and he just hasn't been able to make anything this quarter.
Gutteridge, the pass to Colson. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Off target at the rim. Ripped away. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
Trying to get something going. And we have to take another glance at that powerful rejection.
And that is a huge block. Given how close this game is, a stop like that was right on point.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
1:58 left to play here in the second quarter. That one good for 2.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
It's stolen. And they're running. .132 left in the first half of the game. Tries a 3. The shot misses. Sinks the three-pointer.
You can't lose a shooter like him on the court. The ball will find its way to him, and he will drill a 3 each time.
1:02 left in the first half. Takes it off the glass. 5 points in the game.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
To the inside. Pass to Gutteridge. Here's Colson. Shot clock at 5. From outside, off the mark. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. .20 seconds left to play here in the half. Driving to the basket. And the shot goes in.
Used the pick to perfection and got all the way to the rim.
No good on the last second attempt this time. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Up by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
I got to see more fight on the glass. They're in a slugfest. Winning the battle of the boards can swing this game.
But do they have the personnel?
Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight. And that is it for halftime, folks. It is back to Kevin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. We've got Baldwin. Marjanovic is out there with Hayes. And it's Biberovic in at the 2. Marjanovic, no good.
More good work on the glass there. When it's all said and done, I think rebounding might tell the story in this game.
Let's just say they weren't on the same page there. Not sure he was expecting that pass.
Here's Baldwin. To the paint. Pass to Marjanovic. Now here's Hayes. The layup off target. Inside. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. And here is Marjanovic. Shields, covered by Hayes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 12 points for him.
And that tells the tale here today, guys. Throughout this game, they've been able to get the ball in tight and finish.
Pass to Melli. Marjanovic with it. Here's Melli. Shot clock at 6. Here's the teardrop. And he lays it up and in. Melli's got his first 2 points of the night.
Making the floater look this smooth is not as easy as it looks. It's a challenging shot.
Here's Balmore. From downtown. And he uses both hands to jam it in.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Offensive rebounding is about hustle and determination. Huge putback, making a statement there.
Guarded by Marjanovic.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. There's the pick. Pass to Biberovic. Now Hayes. Shoots the 3. They get it back. And that one's good. Marjanovic.
He knows his job on the glass, and he does it well. Cleaning it up and sending it right back.
Outside Mirotic.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Fires the 3. Right wing. Puts up a deep 3. The rebound by Marjanovic. Marjanovic has got his 6th rebound on the night. To the middle. Ellie lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Ellie's got 6 points in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Shields lays it up and banks it in.
I just love when teams make it work down low.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Pass to Hayes. Now here's Marjanovic. Back to Hayes. Here's Baldwin. 5 on the clock. Off with the layup. Baldwin's gone 2 for 5, shooting 40% from the field here. Beyond the arc. Nailed from three-point land. Paul Morrow's got 5 points so far.
You know, he's going to continue to bury those if that's how they're going to D him up.
Here's Baldwin. He has 5. Pass to Melli. Here's Baldwin. A nice shot by Melli. 8 points for him.
Ooh, he's on a bit of a heater now. He hasn't missed one this quarter yet.
Shields. And the layup's good off the glass.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Well, Greg, they're looking to make some big stops here to halt this rally.
And luckily, time is on their side, but this is on them. They need to play smart here.
A nice shot by Melli.
They're behind right now, but you can't pin the blame on this guy. Nope, he's got to get some more help from somebody on his team. Help him. Help that man.
Hayes with the steal. The third quarter comes to a close. Up by 8. And after a quick break, we're going to come right back with the start And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
Not just playing selflessly, but also making a smart decision with the ball.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. We've got Hayes, Baldwin out there with Marjanovic, and it's Melly in at the 4 slot.
And they continue to control the glass.
Outside Mirotic. The 3. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. First one falls for him.
Number 32, taking 2 shots.
Good on both. And the home team has possession. It's a 10-point game. Here's Gutteridge. For 3. Drills it from outside. Gutteridge has gone 2 for 2 so far from 3. Here's Quizier. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a 3-point opportunity.
And he knocks down the first one.
Taking 2 shots.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
From deep 3-point land. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Now here's Brooks. D right on him. Sinks the triple.
He's just stretching him out. The defense has got to do a better job of staying attached to him.
And the lack of defensive pressure on shots like that is a big reason they're down by double digit.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline. Plays it up off the glass.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Clock at 6. Here's Cozier. Out to the right wing. Three-pointer. The offensive rebound. And they finally get it to go. A full night's work on the boards in one trip down the floor.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Quick shot there, and it's off target. Brooks right side. And the layup falls.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're going to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
Bangs home the trifecta.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Here he goes. Doesn't get the finger roll. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. They set the pick. Jacks up a 3. The shot by Birch, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
And it's Brooks in the corner. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. When you compare, Richard, the NBA to the other major sports leagues, you have to be proud of the way things are run.
The NBA is a global league that focuses on global expansion, more so than any other major sport in the United States. And when it comes to the players, there isn't a league that treats their players better.
1:06 left in the fourth quarter. From past the arc. Here's Kozier. On the wing, Brooks. Shot clock at 6. Fires for 3. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. It's picked off. It's Brooks on the wing. Covered by Birch. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Pass to Colson. Fires the 3. Hits it from three-point range. And good that time.
Number 32, the assist.
And so here's the home team, down by 12. Driving the lane. No good. And so it's a victory for the road team in this one. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
Welcome to 2K Sports. We're ready to brighten the weekend with some Saturday night basketball. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson alongside Clark Kellogg and Grant Hill. On the sidelines, Allie LaForce. We've got the visitors facing the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors.
With the explosive leaping ability, he's able to play center despite being undersized.
Here's Hernan Gomez. Pass to Metu. Now here's Hernan Gomez. The D's right on him. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
As pretty much any coach, that's how he'd like to start the game.
And it's off from three-point range. And here's Satoransky. And we're about a minute into the first. 5 on the clock. Ball Balmaro grabs the board. Three-pointer. No good that time.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Satoransky. Up and in on the layup.
That is super efficient, getting in deep and then taking advantage.
Almost 2 minutes into the first here. From the baseline. Here's Mirotic. Knocks it down from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Thanks. I caught up with the home team's head coach. Facing off with Paul George tonight, I asked them what makes PG such a special player. The coach said, quote, well, he has a huge effect on the game. Paul can shut down your best scorer on one end and then put up 30 or 40 on the other. Tough to beat that. Paul George, he will have a lot to say about this one, guys.
Allie, thank you.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Hernan Gomez. Satoransky outside from deep. This is another, just 1 of 4 from the floor.
Yeah, just a little off his game this quarter. He's trying to work his way into a rhythm.
The three is up. And Metu pulls it down. From behind the arc. Drains the triple.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Balmaro. Lays it up and banks it in. Balmaro's got his second basket on the night.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And the three-pointer goes.
You know, they've got to make him earn those threes. You play off of him, and he's automatic from that distance.
And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play.
First personal foul.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. Now here's Satoransky. Tight defense on him. Got it. 2 for 5 now. Here's Balmaro. They set a pick from deep three-point land. Mirotic can't get it to go. It's stolen. They push it up 4 on 3. And Parker pulls it down. Lets it go from deep. The shot, no good. And he ends that fast break chance. An intentional foul. That's a textbook example of the transition take foul rule. There's 47 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Down low. Here's Mirotic. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. 5 points in the game.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Satoransky's gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Parker defending. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Counted from distance.
That's got to be a relief. After 3 straight misses, he finally gets one to go.
Here's Metu. Balmaro grabs the board.
Well, he's much better than that. Really no excuse for missing that lay-in.
Pass to Mirotic. Got it off in time. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Offense is coming free and easy as we wrap up the first. If you're just joining us, we played through 1 quarter in this one. And what do you guys think about the visitors here in this one?
Well, we've watched them force their way to the line, and it seems to be working so far.
Yeah, this is how you can keep a crowd quiet, though. I mean, methodically score at the line and take some of that energy away from the fans. They don't like to have the action stop and the opposing team scoring.
No one near him. Doesn't go for him.
Tell you what, guys, you don't see that often. I mean, when he's this open, usually it's lights out.
Offensive board. Here's Fall. 6 to shoot. Hits a three-pointer.
Put your head down and go to work. That's what they need to do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Brooks. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Brooks defending. Tries again. Fall no good. Quarter number 2 with just over a minute of play. The baseline J. And he buries that one. Back rim and in.
That was a prayer. All luck getting that one to go.
Anderson drives. And finished off by Anderson.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
Making a statement for sure. I mean, we'll see if they can maintain that aggressive approach, guys.
Here's McCormick. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Outside for Brooks. Launches a 3. He's off on that one. Outside, Anderson. Has to Fall. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
I don't mind that. I mean, they met him at the rim and temporarily prevented the points.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Right wing. Pass to McCormick. The 3. Anderson pulls it down. No good on the triple. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. Anderson covers. Clock at 6. The 3 is up. The shot that time not on target. Here's Vesely. No made baskets yet. Pass to Fall. Here's Vesely.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
He buries it from 3. Already 7 lead changes. These teams are really going after each other.
It's been a brutal game to play, but a fun one to watch.
Can't get his first shot of the game to fall. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter, and it's good for 2.
And after a scoreless first quarter, he's finding his offense.
Brooks drives in. Ooh, nothing falling for them right now.
This has been a close game in a lot of ways, but they do have an edge on the boards.
We've seen it time and time again in games. Effort and determination on the glass can make up for a lot of other weaknesses.
1:11 left to play in the first half of basketball. Anderson covers. Knocked away. Here's the 3. That one is off. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Drops in the layup for 2.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
34 seconds left to play in the half.
Oh, nice one-handed jam there, B.A.
Hey, little exclamation point.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
This one for three. Knocks down the triple. He's got 10.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
A deep three. Another miss. He's 1 for 4 from the field. From downtown. The shot no good. And that'll do it for the first half of play. Up by 9. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Watch these guys from now into the contest. I bet they thought of crazy in-game dunks that you've never seen before.
I feel like they've turning back now to that game we've been watching. A positive first half for the home team.
It's all.
And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Chemezi Metu out there with Willie Hernan Gomez. And it's Sadaransky in at the point. Pulls it in from the elbow. That shot missing. There's the drive. Pass to Mirotic. Banked it in off the glass.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
Willie Hernan Gomez is out there with Chemezi Metu. And it's Parker in at the small forward position.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
3-pointer. And Parker pulls it down. Puts up a 3. No good there.
And they've been able to maintain this lead despite his inconsistency from the field.
And there's the slam. Dunk to finish it off.
Woo! His energy is unmatched.
And, you know, you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Shot's good by Sadaransky. Sadaransky's got 8 points.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
And Metu pulls it down. Just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. Second shot opportunity. And Hernan Gomez with the lay-in. Hernan Gomez has gotten his second bucket of the game.
That'll drive your coach crazy, failing to box out. Ugh.
Those are free points you're giving away. Got to work harder on the glass. He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
And he gets it to go. Give him 8 points now.
That's been typical of their performance today. They're sharing the ball and creating good shots.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
Takes the 3. Gets the 3 to fall.
You're leaving him all alone? Good luck. He's going to drill that every time.
Ooh, anticipated the pass. It's a turnover. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. Let's go with a 3. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got 6 rebounds now in the game.
I'll tell you what, they've rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
2 minutes remaining.
Sadaransky's gotten just 4 of his 10 shots to fall here. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Soft interior D, and they've exploited it.
And he throws it down with one hand.
Woo!
Defensively, you can't afford to let him get to the rim that easily.
Well, that might be why their deficit is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. He drilled one from deep in the first half, doing it again here in the second.
Now here's Satoransky. Give him 8 points now. Soft touch off the glass. Satoransky's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
58 seconds left in the third quarter. The 3 is up. Hernan Gomez with a rebound. Hernan Gomez has got rebound number 7 tonight. Off the mark there with a 3. Covered by Satoransky. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he drops the first. That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Making it look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe. He's going to cash in more than not. Boy, it seems like he's gotten a little loose with it since halftime. His fingers may be a little slick or slippery. He went from no turnovers in the first half to quite a few here in the second.
Parker defending. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Give him 8.
This is anyone's game now, and they have the momentum.
Well, it starts with defense. They got some stops, scored some buckets after that, and now we've got ourselves a ball game.
And adds a few more points to their lead, showing off some style.
Wow, that was prime time stuff right there.
Guys, it is symbolic of their effort here tonight.
From outside the arc, connects from downtown.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Pass to Parker. It's tipped. Back to Hernan Gomez. Fades and shoots. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. Points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. They're up by 4. And fourth quarter back. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. It adds a whole nother dimension when you've got a big guy that can pass.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Such a wide open look.
That is his shot, guys. So you can't just give it to him. You've got to get up on him and get into his airspace there.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Yeah, and I like this call because you want the refs in that situation. If there's any doubt, err on the side of giving the benefit of the doubt to the offensive player. That should have been a block, and it was.
Brooks left side to the wing on the left. Parker defending. Hernan Gomez with a rebound.
And they just continue to dominate the boards.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
Adds to their lead. They've been able to rely on him all night.
Uneasy, too, on the layup.
You allow him to get that close, you deserve to get scored on.
They've done a great job of moving the ball tonight.
Yeah, B.A., keeping everybody involved keeps everyone engaged.
Inside. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense. Not much resistance from the defense. Easy play that time for him.
Pass to McCormick. Brooks outside. No good from outside. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth now. Here's Metu. To the inside. Oh, he drains it. His sixth making 9 tries so far.
And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
Off target with the 3. Just over 2.5 minutes played now. Final quarter of regulation.
You know, using his size advantage there to rip down that board in traffic.
Here's Satoransky. McCormick with a rebound.
Boy, you've really got to put those away, especially against soft interior defense.
Out to the wing. Shoots from the line. Stolen. 1:57 left in the final quarter. Pure from three-point range.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
You know what? Teams can get a little three-happy down the stretch sometimes, letting it fly. Really nice job moving the ball around that time, picking apart that defense.
The home team calls timeout. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The head coach of the home team had some words for his team over the break. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. 2 points. That one goes.
Nice job hitting him right in stride. Excellent play.
Here's Balmaro. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Picked it out of midair. And there's a 3-second violation.
That's a costly error. Now let's see how they bounce back.
Well, you know what? Their wounds are self-inflicted. I mean, you've got to play much smarter than that.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. It's Anderson on the wing. From the arc. Shot is off. 4 for 7 in the game now. To the middle. And he goes in for the dunk.
He can really read the floor. Precision pass in rhythm.
So it's the home team now. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Down low. The layup misses.
It all comes down to this possession. They must get points.
It really does come down to this. I mean, come up empty, and it's over.
Here's Vesely. 40 seconds left in the fourth. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots from 12. The putback. Controls the rebound and the putback.
Tremendous hustle, working hard for that bucket.
And just not enough time for them to get back in this game.
Not by a long shot. It's all but official.
Knocks down the long J. Here's Fall. Here's Anderson. And the layup is good off the glass. The home crowd treated to a win. This one was a fun one to watch. They were
Welcome, everyone. Thanks for tuning into 2K Sports. We've got some NBA action for you coming up. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Coach Stan Van Gundy. And joining us from the sidelines is David Aldridge. We've got the visiting team and the home team. Now the starting group for the visitors. They've got Marjanovic, Aldrin out there with Hayes. And it's Melli in at the 4 slot. Here's Biberovic. And it's Melli missing. Here's Medu. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky.
Just the first good move in a game of chess between these two coaches.
Yeah, now we get to see the counterplay. How you respond is half the battle out there.
And the flick of a switch going from defense to offense.
And the speed of that transition score. From defense to offense, able to take advantage before they can get set.
Lets it go from 11. Aldrin can't get it to go.
Yeah, that's a missed opportunity. Great look, just couldn't finish.
Kept alive, out to Parker.
Yeah, really good defensive play to cut him off there and square up.
Pass to Melli. Down low. Unloads. Aldrin can't get it to go. Parker, right side. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Up again. It's good on the putback.
And folks, he did not luck into that one. He knew just where he wanted to be to grab that backboard.
Melli passes to Marjanovic. Oh, good with the triple.
Yeah, they might want to think about a high percentage look the next time down.
Got that one up quick.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Here's Melli. Back to Marjanovic. Pass to Melli. Now here's Hayes. They need this. He takes it up and lays it in.
And boy, did they need that one. Their first make in the 5 field goal attempts they've had.
Here's Medu. Out of the rafters, he punched it in.
Are you kidding me?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range.
And that one's good, Biberovic. Biberovic has got 5 now.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Hernangomez kicks to Parker. And the dunk by Parker.
And he can do a lot more damage to the rim than that when he wants to.
Oh, you're right. And with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one. Here's Biberovic. 5 points in the game. The rebound by Madu. Parker, right side. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. To the right side. Hayes the pass to Baldwin. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
Took the opportunity when he saw it. 8 points for him.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
To the inside. Hayes banked in off the glass.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Madu. 6 points for him. Back to Satoransky. Takes a 3. The rebound by Biberovic. Here's Baldwin. There's a good screen. The rebound by Madu. Medu's got 4 rebounds in this game. Parker outside. Pass to Medu. There's the 3. That shot misses. Here's Melly. Scoreless thus far. And that one drops for him.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Here's Medu. The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Satoransky's got 3 assists in the game. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. Leading by 7. And we'll be back in just... And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And guys, what's your take on the home team so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Hernangomez passes to Medu. Back to Hernangomez. Off target at the rim. Fires away from outside. No good.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
Yeah, it's one of those heat check shots. And heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
Into the lane. They get it back. Second chance shot. That one's no good. 0 of 1 to begin the game. Play just over a minute of basketball here in the second quarter. Snatched up. And the rebound paying off as they pick up 2 on the second chance bucket right there.
Relentless effort creates the second chance opportunity.
Puts up a deep 3. That shot is no good. And he's 1 for 3 from the floor. Parker passes to Satoransky. And the dunk by Parker.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the 2-hand slam. Satoransky covering. Here's Gutterich, and the three ball is good.
Well, when you give him room like that, just expect it to go in.
Here's Hernan Gomez. That's basket number 2 with his third shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Plays like that make a coach's life easy. Love the work rate he shows on the glass to get the score.
On Sunday, then on Wednesday.
You know, nobody loves playing on the road, but it does offer a good chance to see exactly what your team is made of. This team is going to find out a lot about itself over the next stretch of games.
To the wing right side. To the paint. Shoots from the elbow. Got it for his 4th field goal of the game on just 5 shots.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there. Dead on target.
The shot's good on the assist by Satoransky. Medu's got 10.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
A nice shot by Gutterich.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
We've got 1:48 left here in the second, and they pick up 2. Medu's got 4 points in the quarter.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint. And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Yeah, but also credit the offense there. That's making a play when you really need it, and they need more of them.
They set the pick. He tries for 3. Rebound by Parker. Parker's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Satoransky, the pass to Hernan Gomez. The putback. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Here's Gutterich. He's got 5. There's 38 seconds left to play in the first half. That one, no good. Pass to Medu. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 14.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Knocked away. Parker outside. And it's going to be out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Just 4 seconds left in the first half. Misses the deep three-point attempt. So we've reached the end of the first half of play. Up by 12. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
You take a look at the home team, not a lot of movement for them since the last rankings. But we all know they'll be a factor.
And getting back to our current contest, very impressive first half performance for the home team. And that is a wrap. Now
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Parker's gone just 2 for 8 from the field, right there at 25%. They've got Anderson, and it's Lapro Vidala in at the 1. Here's Marjanovic. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
You've got Baldwin. Marjanovic is out there with Hayes. And it's Melli in at the 4th. Pass to Marjanovic. Here's Biberovic. Back to Marjanovic. And now the fast break Anderson with the ball. Good on the triple.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
Now here's Marjanovic. Tight defense on him. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Here's Laprovitola. Here's Vesely. Pass to Laprovitola. From the arc. Buries the long-range jumper. He's got 5.
The defense gave him a little space, and he took advantage.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, the last few years we saw teams giving up bounties worth of draft picks and trades for star players, but with teams now possessing more roster spots to develop prospects, and about 3/4 of the tradable picks hoarded by just 1/3 of the NBA's teams, may not see so many picks given up moving forward. Kevin?
You're exactly right, David. Something certainly to keep an eye on. Here's Baldwin. Offensive rebound. And that one's good. Marjanovic. And so here's the home team. They led the game at 1 point by 20. Laprovitola passes to Vesely. No good there. Now here's Hayes. Defended by Anderson. Just under 2.5 minutes into the 3rd quarter now. Hayes the pass to Melli. Rebound by Vesely.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Count it. Anderson's got his first 2 points.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Baldwin looking for the opening. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Baldwin's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Yeah, he didn't let the defense affect him there. He just kept his focus.
Anderson outside. Here's the 3. Here's Vesely for 3. Fall passes to Anderson. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's his first trip to the line. That free throw, no good.
Probably a little draft in the arena tonight. He's the last guy you expect to miss the mark by that much.
Absolutely. No good on the 2nd free throw. Hayes with it. And now by Anderson. And landing zone fouls have been a part of the rule book for some time now, Coach. It's changed how shooters shoot.
No question, Kevin, and it's a good thing, I think. The NBA needs to protect the shooters. They're doing that. None of us wants injuries that could be prevented. We don't want to see the great shooters just come down and land on somebody's foot and miss 6 to 8 weeks.
A second chance effort, and that's 2 points on the layup. 7 points in the game.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
No good on the 3. Ellie's gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. The tip in on the offensive rebound. 59 seconds left in the 3rd quarter. Now here's Hayes. Defense is right there. And here is Marjanovic. Buries it down low. 44 seconds left in the 3rd. Out to the wing. And there's the turnover. Pass going out of bounds.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Here's Melly. Pass to Hayes. Here's Biberovic. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, the defender all over.
This is his first trip to the line tonight. He's off on the first. And he sinks the second. Now, here's Vesely. He's covered closely, and Vesely slams it in.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
Woo, one of his favorite moves right there, guys. He's with it. Here's Biberovic. Here's Marjanovic. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Well, through 3/4 of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Well, his height gives him the ability to see the floor, and he makes a quick decision and a great pass.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. They've got Fall, and it's Lapro Vidala in at the one spot.
At the line for the away team, Nicola Melli.
The first one falls. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2.
And they came out of the locker room after halftime with a much more physical approach than what we saw in that first half.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pro?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. The very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves.
Man, that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
Satoransky covering. Shanla, and he uses the glass on the layup.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Stripped it away. Here's Gutter. Here's Melli, and the layup is good.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Diversified scoring in this one for him.
I love when everyone can get involved, a full team effort.
Launches a 3. A putback. No dice on the putback jam. And he comes up with the deuce.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum.
Inside, Meadows, and he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that. Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Now, here is Hernan Gomez. Not a lot of room. Basket counts. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Going inside, and there it is for him.
Well, credit the screen there, springing him loose for the finish.
They're making this a runaway.
And the only question for me right now is just how big the lead will eventually become.
GA, what effect do you think the rule to limit flopping has had since it was put into place in the NBA?
Well, I do think we're seeing less theatrics, and there were fines before, but a flop now might impact the game itself. So I'd say it's been a bit of a deterrent.
Pass to Medu. It's up a 3, and it's good in the assist by Parker. Parker's got 3 assists now in this one.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Here's Gutteridge. And he gets it to go. 1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Basket made. That gives him 7 field goals in 13 tries.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Fires from way outside. That one misses. Right wing. Here's Colson. Hits the three-point bomb.
Colson, 3 points.
And the home team has possession. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Melly. The 3 ball. Rebound by Parker. So they get the victory here at home. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but yet